Thanks. John, has there been any discussion, I know you've mentioned a little bit, about trying to change the end-of-season football games, the non-conference, I think there's 4 now or 5 non-conference games?
Well, I don't know that they would all be non-conference games, but we are having some good discussions about having traditional season-ending games. Some would be non-conference, some would be conference. So those discussions are going on, yes, for the future. And there's some natural flow to all of our football scheduling right now, in the sense that we're incorporating the 5 games a year that our teams will be playing against Notre Dame, and it shouldn't be too terribly long before we have who's playing whom in what years through that entire cycle.
And over here on the edge.
Commissioner, Mark Larson from YNN TV, Syracuse, right down the middle. Right down in here. Here we go.
There you go.
How are you? Great to be here.
Thank you. And welcome to you.
Thank you. Before I arrived in Syracuse, I think in 2003 there was some talk about them joining the ACC, if I remember right. Can you look back and tell me what happened there, why it wasn't right then, but it is right now, and how excited you are to have Syracuse part of it?
Well, you know, there's a whole history there, the way this has evolved. Syracuse has always been, from the time we started talking about expansion when we were 9, Syracuse was always a part of that discussion, and remains so, and I think for all the right reasons. And things, you know, things happen sometimes for the best, and happen in their own time. And I think that really is what the answer is to your question. Syracuse brings a tremendous market, a great history, a quality institution, quality athletic program. Makes more sense than ever geographically now for us in terms of what we've become as a 15-member league. And, you know, so we're tremendously pleased that it ultimately happened. I think that each evolvement of our expansion efforts have really turned out well. You know, some have had some pain getting there. More recently, not so much. At the beginning, more controversy, more outside interferences, if you will, that impacted some of the decisions, but they ended up being really good decisions. And, you know, I think that whole process over that period of time with Virginia Tech and Miami coming in first, then Boston College the following year to take us to 12, and then as things went in, at the time, I would tell you we didn't have great anticipation about going beyond 12, but as things evolved and turned out in the landscape and what we felt like was best for our league going forward, it just made a lot of sense to go to 14, and then when we had the opportunity to make the arrangement that we have made with Notre Dame. The 5 football games were critical to that. Without that, we would not have taken that step. But and then when the opportunity to bring Louisville in came, it's just made all the sense in the world to us. And Louisville, as you know, has just had an incredible athletic year that very few programs, if any, ever have in a single year. So, you know, that's why I said earlier in my remarks, I think we are as strong as we have ever been as a conference, and tremendously well positioned for not only the short-term future, but the long-term future.